Bum, 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 bum. Welcome back to Bjjbrick Quick. This is the quick BJJ podcast. Today, your host is Byron. That's me. And we're talking about telling somebody they stink. Man, last episode we talked about bad behavior, and the one before that was about being a clean freak. And I guess I'm kind of combining those two because you want to roll with clean training partners. And the answer to bad behavior is conversation, not beating them up on the mats. If somebody stinks, you beating them up on the mats really doesn't solve your problem. You not training with them just gives your problem to your other teammates, and they have to deal with their stinkiness. How do you do it? I've done it. It's not fun. Here's what you definitely don't do, is call it out publicly. You know what? If somebody stinks, everybody knows it. But they don't know that they stink. Nobody does. And likely it's their gi. It's really rare that somebody actually stinks. I guess I've dealt with that as well. But the best case scenario is you don't say you stink, say your gi is getting a bit funky. And then this is a one-on-one conversation. And it's not that you need to be like complaining about it like in a degrading way. It's just there's no other way to do this than to talk to them. They're not going to figure it out on their own if they haven't done this by now. So part of their system that they have is failing. The system of maintaining a clean person or gi. And to say that your gi stinks is different than saying you stink. And I don't say stink, I like to say funky or, man, it's kind of ripe today. What do you do with your gi? And you might find out that they are not cleaning it every time, or that they store it in their vehicle overnight and then clean it in the morning, or they expect their wife to clean it and their wife or husband isn't real good about it, cleaning it regularly. Man, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, clean up your own mess. That's the way I feel about it. Maybe you got a different system at home, but I'm already gone for an hour and a half to 2 hours for the night. I don't want to bring home a problem to my wife to have her have to clean my stuff. Like, I'm going to take the entire burden of that jiu-jitsu as far as, like, cleaning up after myself and take that. I don't want her to deal with that. I'm already coming home late tonight. So find out how to clean your gi properly and do that. Anyway, we kind of getting a whole different topic here. How do you tell someone they stink? Say that their gi stinks. Hopefully it is their gi. If somebody is working a hard labor job and they're getting all sweaty, do they have time to go shower before they hit the mats? Do you have a shower at the gym? That's the best case scenario. Hey man, you have a hard job, and it's summertime. You're coming in more sweaty than most of us get when we get here, man. That's all respect for you and how hard you work. But it's easier to train with people who are rather, on the clean side versus the people who've been working hard all day. And, if you have time to get here just 5 minutes early, give a quick rinse off in the shower and then change in the locker room, that would be, much appreciated by the teammates, I'm sure. We really enjoyed rolling with you, but especially in the summer here, or just whatever, it's kind of a coach's spot, but not necessarily. Some people are just better at this than others without making it super awkward. How do you tell somebody that they have a booger on their face, or that they have a stain on their shirt? Some people can just come out and say it, and they're just good at it. And some people aren't that way. And then also you could tie in a little bit of self-deprecation as well. Like, yeah, I used to mow lawns and then come in and I find nobody wanted to roll with me because I didn't realize it. But once I started to shower and get cleaned up and show up clean, game on. And so don't make it feel like they're the only ones that have done this. Basically, is one way to do it. If it is them, that's different. But if you could blame their gi, it's a little easier. But otherwise, you're going to have a teammate that stinks indefinitely because they're not going to figure it out on their own. And nobody wants to train with that. Unless it's other stinky people, maybe. Anyway, what am I forgetting? Does this whole episode stink? I don't know. Comment, and we'd love to hear that. If you have an episode that you'd like me to cover or a topic, send it to bjbrick@gmail.com and I'll add it to the queue. Until next time, stay sweaty, my friends, but not in stinky geese.